Greetings everyone and welcome. This is Neo and you're watching FinTech. If you enjoy our content, please do not forget to leave a like. You can subscribe and hit the notification bell if you want to be informed about our later videos. If you have any questions, you can leave a comment below. Before we start our video, let's hear our legal disclaimer. None of the information given in this video should be taken as financial advice. Please make your investments according to your own research. As you know, we talk about a lot of projects with high potentials, with new technologies, or we just simply talk about platforms that you can trade on. And these platforms specifically are very important because they are the platforms that you spend most of your time, that you need to trust, and they need to be secure. And that's why today I want to talk about GRVT or Gravity, which has emerged as a frontrunner for a simple reason, because it solves this latency versus security problem. Actually, following the ZK Sync Atlas upgrade, which introduced 1-second transaction finality secured by Ethereum Layer 1, GRVT has effectively removed the technical barriers that once kept institutions on the sidelines, basically. As you can see from the main portal, Gravity is not just an exchange, and this is important. It's not a bank and it's not a fund. In fact, it is the first on-chain private bank where banking, trading, and investing converge into one single ecosystem that is built on-chain, designed for humans, and accessible for everyone. So in fact, let's take a look at the platform. We can say that on Gravity, you can do 3 things seamlessly and simultaneously: bank, trade, and invest. So first, let's talk about the primary registrations. You can start by registering your email. As you can see, this creates your main account. And after you first log in, here, you'll be prompted to create a secure key. This is a critical piece of tech. It allows the system to execute your trades at CEX speeds without ever tracking custody of your private keys. And then GRVT encourages the use of sub-accounts, and this is critical for the system. Since reward points and payments are tracked at account level, you can cleanly separate your high leverage trades from your long-term yield strategies, which is really important if you want to have a lot of holdings. And actually, after verifying your email for the security, the platform initializes your accounts on-chain. And speaking of long-term holdings, you can see they offer 10% fixed interest, which is really good. We will talk about it more later. And once your ready to trade pop appears, you are fully integrated into the ZK-powered ecosystem. That way, your risk management is baked into your account structure from day one, and that's what I like about this platform. But of course, this is not the only thing I like about this platform. I'm making a video of it, so I must have liked it a lot, no? Gravity is redefining the landscape by offering a CEX-like experience on-chain. It essentially allows you to bank on Gravity, deposit money, for example. This means your capital never sleeps. And that's one of the things I like about how Gravity approaches this ecosystem. You can deposit USDC or USDT to earn transparent on-chain yield. And importantly, that yield bearing balance can still be used as trading margin. This maximizes basically the capital efficiency, allowing your assets to work twice as hard without centralized custody risk. Of course, when this is paired with the absolute security of ZK powered self-custody, this is all the better. As I've told you, the platform is built on trust. They are backed by $34 million in funding at a $540 million valuation, including indirect ties to massive market infrastructure of Optiver via ampersand. Actually, if we look at the founding members, we see heavy hitters really. Hong Ye comes from Credit Suisse and Goldman Sachs. Aaron Ong is from Meta and Crypto.com with a background in computer science from Yale. And Matthew Quek brings experience from DBS Bank, and you can see that they know what they're doing. Their backgrounds actually ensure that GRVT is built with institutional rigor. This is further proven by their big partnerships. They are backed by massive names like Optiver, giving them deep liquidity routes, and great investors like Hack VC. And this foundation allows them to offer unique products. For example, in their investing section, they have GLP, which currently boasts an 11 Sharpe ratio and consistent 20 plus APR. And as you can see through its trading view integrated interface, the trading experience is also seamless and can switch to other products very, very easily. And the platform is designed for professional scale. You can understand this right away. Currently managing over $233 million in open interest across more than 75 markets, with 22% of total supply allocated to an airdrop and target TGU for 2026 March. And GRVT is positioning itself not just as a trading venue, but as the primary liquidity layer of the ZK Sync ecosystem, which is important for the ambition of the project. And actually, the platform recently raised 19 million Series A, led by heavyweights like Hack, as I've mentioned. And indeed, the fact that they raised $34 million in total funding really shows the confidence the market has in them. However, I think the most intriguing detail lies in the participation of Ampersand, as I've mentioned, founded by the former leaders of Optiver, the world's largest market that handles 20% of all global options volume. And as I mentioned, having partners like Optiver involved means that they are basically bridging this gap between traditional finance and crypto in a way we haven't really seen before. And Ampersand acts as a bridge basically in that, as you can see in Optiver's strategy investment portfolio, they back projects like Pith and Paradigm too. And while Ampersand is a direct investor, their DNA is rooted in Optiver's massive liquidity infrastructure. And this indirect connection, which I'm talking about, suggests that smart money in traditional finance, they are not watching it, but they are being a part of what is happening in crypto, especially GRVT. And GRVT is the first DEX to offer negative maker fees. This means that instead of paying to trade, you actually earn rebates when your limit orders provide liquidity to the book. So GRVT's basically deposit or bank feature is where your capital works the hardest. You can get up to 10% APY on your deposits, but the magic is in the efficiency. Unlike other exchanges where you have to choose between earning, yield, or trading, on GRVT you can use that same yield bearing deposit as margin, which is really good. For high frequency traders, this shifts the entire portfolio equation. For example, beyond active trading, this is the first time a DEX has offered this kind of capital efficiency, and I think that has the potential to work great for people who want to have passive holdings, but the security with that and also the flexibility of trading too. So this interest compounds every 4 hours and is paid out weekly, which is really advantageous. And for those seeking higher returns, the platform offers institutional grade strategy vaults, as you can see. The GLP strategy is performing exceptionally well, as I've mentioned, offering over 20% APR with incredible high Sharpe ratio of 11. This is honestly one of the best risk-adjusted returns in today's market. And looking forward, GRVT is building an RWA framework, which has been really important last year and this year too. This will eventually allow institutions to use tokenized treasuries for bonds as collateral, significantly lowering the cost of capital. And you can actually explore all these options by yourself directly on the investment strategies page. And if we need to speak about what is really happening in GRVT and the community, well, the community incentives are a cornerstone of GRVT's growth, with 22% of total token supply dedicated to the initial airdrop. While Season 1 is closed, Season 2 is currently live and rewarding activity across the board. So let's talk about how you can earn some points. Well, points are distributed weekly, first of all, and based on trading volume, open interest, and TVL in your accounts. So this is basically the trading leaderboard, as you can see on your dashboard. And the referral hub is another way you can continue earning in GRVT. And actually, you can earn up to 35% of trading fees from users you invite in the referral hub. You'll see your commissions tier and invite links ready to share. And actually, my referral link will be down in the descriptions for you to use. And as I've said, The TGE is set for 2026 March. This gives users ample time to build their rankings in the current season and rank up in the leaderboard. Speaking of the community participation in Airdrop, actually GRVT has been growing steadily on socials. For example, on Twitter, they have more than 450,000 followers already. And they're actually dedicated to building community and sustaining platform level support and also out-of-platform support. For example, they shared on Twitter, the trading masterclass with rogue options returns tomorrow, a session built on ground analysis and practical experience. Moreover, they also have an AMA coming up. They say our teammate is meant to you will join industry experts to discuss the real keys to successful trading. Beyond hype and packed with insights, this is 3 p.m. UTC. And actually, if you want to follow what's happening on GRVT, getting onto their Twitter is a really good idea. So, as you can understand, Gravity's goal is to become a primary swap and liquidity layer for ZK Sync. It means that they are acting as a true on-chain private bank where you can bank, deposit, trade, and invest all in one place and with a lot of advantages, passively and actively too. By combining this privacy-first architecture with institutional-grade yields and a massive community allocation coming up, it is setting a new standard for what a decentralized exchange can be. And what I can understand from the current trajectory of things, as we head towards the 2026 launch, the users who engage with these earn and trading functions and features now will be the best position for a transition to the mainnet ecosystem in GRVT. If you are curious about a platform, all the links will be down in the descriptions. If you want to sign up, you can use my referral link down in the descriptions again. And that's all for this video. We hope to catch you in the next one. See you later.